Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me on this first ever podcast for my Earn Your Happy podcast. So I wanted to take this time to chat with you, to talk to you about where on earth this idea of creating a podcast came from. And I think like so many people, you just start to feel like you have a lot of information and maybe some amazing people in your life that you feel like if you got them chatting, or if someone could be a fly on the wall in your conversations, that so many people could benefit and really see, honestly, how it really is. Because I remember being on the outside looking into whatever it was. Maybe it was a life that I wanted, a friendship that I wanted, someone who was achieving the goals that I wanted. And I think you make it out to be this thing that looks so glamorous. And how did they get that? And how did they end up with it? And oh, their life is just so blessed. And this is how it is. And this is what I'm not. And this is what I will never be. And what I want to show you guys is that with enough work and really cutting out the middleman and going straight to the information and the people that you want to be around, want to be like, the goals that you want, and just going straight for those things, how you can achieve through hard work, dedication, getting sweaty, and learning and earning. So that's what Earn Your Happy is all about. Throughout my life, it's really about earning what you want, putting in the time, putting in the work, but also understanding that through that earning, through that discipline, you find your purpose, you find your happiness. So many people think that happiness is in that final destination, in that goal, in that big dream. And all of the things that I've learned along the way have pointed to the fact, and I can say that for sure, that the happiness lies in the journey. It lies in the choice every day to make your everyday life happy. Truly, happiness is a choice, and we can find it in every little thing that we do. And let me tell you, the happier you get, the better your life is going to be, and the more things just start flooding to you. So let's chat about that. I want to tell you a little bit about how I grew up. I grew up in Upper Michigan. Did you guys know there was an upper part to Michigan? Didn't think so. So yes, it's an upper peninsula. Borderline Canada, might as well be Canada. We have a crazy Canadian accent, but not really. It's kind of our own. It's like, yeah, there, don't you know, you gotta go fishing, and I want to show you my turkey fryer there, don't you know? So THs officially are Ds, and no, the entire state doesn't talk that way, but I'd say a good quarter of them do. And it's fun, right? So I'm not going to lie. I think I had the accent for years. You still might hear it. It's really hard to get rid of. And a girlfriend of mine growing up actually had, we call it, it's a Yooper accent. So Upper Peninsula people are called Yoopers. So my girlfriend had a Yooper Valley Girl accent. It was the craziest thing I have ever heard, and the most entertaining all at once. So grew up in Upper Michigan, and honestly, growing up was amazing. I didn't know, it was just a really beautiful, simple life. And there were great things about it, and there were really tough things about it. Like I think every single kid, every single childhood has. And I had really beautiful, amazing work ethic instilled in me, and I am so grateful for the hardships and the trials. But growing up, being in a really small town, I was homeschooled through high school, and I grew up in a really religious family. And while it was beautiful, it was really challenging because I was only allowed to associate with people who were inside of my religion. And because it was so small, it was really only a few people in the congregation or church that I was raised in. So a lot of times my parents would literally drive me like 2 hours to go and meet other friends because I just did not have any friends. It was a really isolated childhood for the most part because we just did not have a ton of people to hang around. So, it was really tough through grade school and middle school because I wasn't allowed to associate with those kids from school because they were not in my religion. So, whether it was homework after school or extracurriculars, I wanted to be a dancer, I wanted to be a gymnast, but I wasn't able to do that because it either fell on a night that we had church, because we had church 3 nights a week, or it was, that I wasn't allowed to associate with those people. So while that was super challenging, it also brought me a lot of strengths later. And that's what we're going to talk a lot about on this podcast as well, is how the struggles actually give you so much strength later. And it's like, are you going to say, woe is me? Are you going to play the victim? Or are you going to say, wow, was I able to create some strength off of that? And look at what I'm able to do now because of it. So turning those struggles into gigantic strengths. Later on, I ended up moving out of my house when I was literally the day I turned 18. My poor mom, I probably gave her a heart attack. But it was because it was just, sometimes when you get held like a string and you feel, or a spring and you feel restricted, it's like the second you get a chance to like escape, it was like, I'm out of here. And I spent a majority of my 18 to 21. I don't remember much of it. It was a blur. I had some massive traumas happen because of my really bad choices that included alcohol and crazy people and my insane craving for attention that I did not get when I was younger. So as probably most of you spent 18 to 21 and it taught me some incredibly beautiful lessons as well. But what ended up happening was I never, because I was never forced to go to college. I was never forced to have to show up for anything, to show up for myself. I wasn't, my parents didn't push me academically. It was really about the religion, and that was life. And that's a beautiful thing if that's what you believe, and that was life. You grow up, this is what you do. You're going to preach, you're going to share this. And for me, while I loved my family and I really loved what that represented, I also knew that was not a way for my soul to express itself ultimately. I knew that I had something different to do. I knew that I was going to reach people and connect them to their soul, connect them to God in a different way than just going door to door. So not that that's a bad thing. That's a great thing. But when you are here for something different and your soul is feeling suppressed and you are feeling like there is a bigger calling for you, but you can't figure it out, sometimes you go a little bit nutty first to figure that out. So, I believe that we're here for our souls to find their highest form of self-expression, because I know that we all have our own version of being able to tap in and our own version of bringing something amazing and great to the world or someone else. And we have to figure out what that is. So this is what this is all about: earning your happiness, figuring out your purpose, and then sharing it, and maybe even monetizing it, and maybe monetizing it so big that you get to create some giant company or some giant foundation that creates a ripple and changes the world. So I know that when we truly tap in, when we start listening to that thing that we are suffocating, aka our souls, when we start listening to it, that's where we really tap in and where we can really start to flow, where we can create, where we can start to vibrate at a level of happiness every single day, so that we can start attracting the path that we're meant to go on, attracting the people, attracting the ideas. So that's just something I want to really get clear with you guys on. That's what this podcast is about. It's not about feeling bad for yourself or, having people come on here and share stories so that you can say, oh, poor them, I feel bad for them. It's about taking those struggles and seeing how they were turned into triumphs, because your struggle is it's just like your mess is your message, right? The messier sometimes, the better, the more people you can relate to. And I was just chatting with a friend today, Angelique Nori, about how, sharing our struggles and sometimes like sharing what we were scared of or the thing that we thought would hold us back is the thing that can propel us forward the most. So we were talking about how before we got started and really started putting ourselves out there, we were scared about, oh my God, what if we start putting ourselves out there and this person who maybe saw me at this party or knows that I was not nice to this person a long time ago, or maybe I did this thing or said this thing and I'm, so ashamed of it and I have so much shame around this thing that I did, so I'm going to let it hold me back and I'm never going to put myself out there because what if someone says something? Oh, for the love. Everybody has that thing. You're human. You were a little kid. You were a teenager. You were in your 20s, whatever it was. If you have shed it, if you have moved forward, if you have prayed about it, it is time to forgive yourself and use it. Okay, that's the quickest way to get over it. Use it. Use it to show people that you can still be great, that you can move forward, that you can, get out of the shame closet and move into the person that you are meant to be and start shining your light. Because your misery, your fear, you being stuck, you playing small does not do anything for the world. And people don't give a crap, let me tell you. They are too consumed with themselves. But the second that you release that, you forgive yourself, you forgive that story, you become so big, you become so strong, you become so mighty that you can bear so much, and you become the strength and the wings for others. So let me just tell you, if you are listening and you are allowing anything to hold you back, you are the only thing holding you back. So you're living in more pain right now than the pain of, even if someone said something later, who cares? We all have our own thing, right? We all have our thing that we have to let go, and you are forgiven because you are a human. So just the sheer fact that you are human means that you're forgiven because you are imperfect and things are going to happen. So take them, turn them into strengths, and move forward. So why earn your happy though? Let's get back to that. Why earn your happy? And I think that's because people looking in on successful people, or a lot of people who have looked in on my life, I get a big question all the time. How do you stay motivated? And, oh, you're just lucky and you were blessed genetically. Well, let me tell you, I come from a very heavy family, and I have been told my whole life that I have bad genetics and I'm going to get fat when I get older. And I think hearing that enough and just hearing that on repeat, I think I just got sick of it. I remember being 8 years old and thinking, I'm not going to let that happen. I'll spend the rest of my life figuring out how to not let that happen because, unfortunately, when you live with people who are overweight and you're close to them, you see the pain and you feel the pain and you hear the pain and you see the tears and you see the diets and you feel the failure with them. And I just wish I could go back and take a lot of that pain away. But at the same time, the pain is what really made me keep on searching. I can't tell you how many days I shut my door and I had a mirror on the back side of my door. And I was 8 years old. And I would stand there in my underwear and grab my thighs and say how disgusting I was. And I would grab my belly and I would look at the cellulite and I would wonder why I was so different from the other little girls. And I knew like that pain, it would just bend me over. I would bend over in pain. My stomach hurt so bad. And I would just fall to the ground and say, I hate you over and over. And I'd look in the mirror and I'd scratch my face and I'd say, I hate you. And it was so torturous that I just remember praying every night to be thin. And I just wanted people to love me and to notice me. And I think that's when I started just trying to find that thing that got me out of that pain. And somehow I thought exercising would do it and moving my body would help. And honestly, it did to some extent. And I started exercising at the ripe age of 8, you guys, doing my sister's VHS tapes. I'll never forget popping in VHS tapes of Denise Austin, or I know later on my sister got like Cindy Crawford VHS, and she had like these great moves that I was like, this is amazing. But literally doing these VHS tapes to start moving. And I remember afterward, I'd be proud of myself. And it was like I earned that pride. It was something I was doing because I wasn't doing anything else in my life. I wasn't dancing. I wasn't going out and, being really active all the time. And that's what got me started, was just this little jolt afterward that gave me this little glimmer of, hey, you just did something.
you just made yourself proud. You just earned something. Like when your head hits the pillow tonight, like you're not going to lay in bed and cry all night because you did something. I remember I had a calendar and I would mark on my calendar every day that I would work out, and I'd put the word workout and with a check mark next to it. So every day I would go on my calendar to see how much I've worked out and what I did. And that was just the plan. The plan every day, 8 and 9 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, the plan was work out. And at the time, I didn't know what it was doing besides just making me feel a little bit better and getting me out of that desperate place. And, sometimes I would get back in that desperate place. In fact, I spent a lot more years like that. And sometimes the self-hatred got pretty intense. And what always got me out of it was moving, going for a walk, breaking out of the element that I was in, breaking that mindset. Because I think when you're isolated too, I think the worst thing is to be left alone with thoughts like that and not say how you're feeling and not have a community to help you. So, I have so many stories for you guys, but that's a little bit about what I want to talk about is just creating those habits to earn your happiness. And that's really where it started is I want to share those habits with you because it doesn't just happen. I wasn't just born with good genetics. I didn't have people to support me. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was homeschooled through high school. I have not gone to college. I'm like one of those people that everyone's like, you're so successful, except I'm 35. And it took me a lot of years to do it. My life has been anything but fast success. So that's what I want to show you is it's implementing little habits every single day. It's not done all at once. It's not like these crazy leaps of working for hours every day. It's like willpower has an expiration date. So let's start using it wisely. Let's start using it to earn our happiness. Let's get focused in on what the next best step is, right? Because for you, the focus to earn your happiness might just be to sleep more. Like maybe right now you are walking around like a zombie and you're filling your face with freaking Twinkies and whatever you can get your hands on. And like you can't stop eating and you're so ashamed because you're so tired and your body just wants energy. So maybe for you, can you tell that this was totally me? Like when I get tired, I'm like, oh my God, all I can picture is like swimming in a bowl of noodles and Parmesan cheese. And that's a vice for me. But that's what I'm talking about. Like if that is what is like completely suffocating you right now, how about we focus on just getting some sleep? Like not taking over the world or mentoring with somebody or reaching out or reading, 5 books this month or enrolling in a program. How about you sleep? How about you get in bed at 9 o'clock? And moms, I know that you're like, are you kidding me? Sleep, what is that? But how about you start looking at a schedule for sleep for your kids? Or how about you start looking at carving out some time for a nap, maybe in a spot where you're just going to sit there mindlessly, where you have any 30 minutes that you could carve out. Really, 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 really looking at your schedule and saying, what could I do to get a little sleep? Or could I have a babysitter come over for 2 hours in the morning to get the kids off to school this Monday and Tuesday, just so I can get a little sleep to get ahead of the game? So it's all about where you're at right now. And that's where we're going to meet you. That's what this podcast is all about. So what I want you to do is tune in. I'm going to be bringing on some amazing people. I'm going to be sharing some pretty open stories that I have never shared. I'm actually writing a book right now and it's almost done. And I will tell you, oh, daddy, so many people do not know about some of the things that have gone on in my life. And I know that sharing them is going to be super valuable to you because you're either going to see yourself in one of the stories or you're going to be like, oh, hell no. If she can do that and she came from that, then I can do anything. I must be a powerhouse. So that is what I want to share with you, is complete transparency on how you can earn your happiness every day, how you can get to your goals, how you can stop being anxious, how you can create the life that you want, how you can remove the caps from, what you think is stopping you, how you can dream bigger, how if you want to be Oprah big, you can do that. So let's make that happen. When we lock arms, when we bond together, we can make anything happen. I know that to the core of my being. If you guys don't believe it yet, borrow some of my belief. I am handing it out for free on here because it is real. It is real. The only thing stopping you is your mind and the stories that you are telling it. And we are going to reprogram that stuff. So you guys, I hope that you connect in. I hope that you share this. I hope you resonate. And I love to connect with you. So I want to hear your comments. So LoriHarder.com is my website. Follow me on all social media, on Instagram at Lori Harder. I do so much fun stuff, you guys, because you are my favorite thing to connect with, to get stories from. And if it weren't for you, I couldn't do what I love. And that truly is to connect with people and elevate people's lives and see what we can do together and create together, because I am all about collaboration and just having fun, right? This life can be fun. Work can be fun. Like, why do it if it's not fun? Let's get lost. Let's find our flow. Let's find our zone of genius and live there. We don't have to live somewhere else. Let's figure it out. It may be long. It may not be pretty. You're going to get sweaty. I promise you that. But tune in every week and we're going to talk about a new topic on earning your happiness. So like I said, share this and follow me at LoriHarder.com. And this is the Earn Your Happy podcast. And I just love all y'all guys. And I can't wait to chat with you more. Bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently, and most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.